it's harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like a movie, my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quantity, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. Killing time, we got nowhere to be. You're sending messages I can't ignore. No contemplating, come here close to me. I'm bored at home, can't leave the house no more. But I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm losing my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quantity, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. You, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. Quantity, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart.
How y'all doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing real good.
It's a real gypsy. What's happening, Gypsy Soul? You looking good? What's happening? You alright? Alright? Alright.
I love that guy. Tricky Bricky. If you're not signed up to him, he's one of those channels that just a lot of fun, gives you a reprieve from the regular old grind here. You know what I mean? It's like going to the club. Just don't wear your high heels and bring gum. You know, there's always somebody there with bad breath wanting to get you a drink. Yes, so like a couple of days ago, I was the change of weather happened here down in the south, and my hands were hurting so bad. Where we use our hands a lot when you're a creator, and I have arthritis and carpal tunnel in my hands, and I'm hard-headed. I need to go to my doctor, and I guess probably have that carpal tunnel surgery done, but I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. But it reminds me of a song from my childhood, and it goes a little something like this. What the hell did I press the wrong button? Hold on a minute. I think I pressed the wrong button. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Let me see. Where the hell did I put it? God, I can't.
Maybe things will get a little better. Work your fingers to the bone. What do you get? Bony fingers. Bony fingers.
Do y'all know that song from like 1972? That little number is called Bony Fingers. Y'all want to hear it again? Work your fingers to the bone, and what do you get? Bony fingers.
Maybe things will get a little better. Work your fingers to the bone. What do you get? Bony fingers. Bony fingers.
Okay, so you're interested in this seriously, SC. That's awesome. Yeah, your mom had the. Let me put your comments up here, y'all, so everybody, when they come watch the replay and my stuff ain't there. Hey, Ricky, good to see you. Miss Butterfly, always good to see you. I love that name. My daughter loved butterflies. No kidding, Gypsy. I've been following this story for geez, it's got to be a year, maybe more. Do you watch? No, but I will. Let me write that down. That surprise witness. I am just discovering this. That surprise witness. I am just now starting to deep dive this. Because I do come from a long line of mental illness in my family. And people like to gaslight you with it a lot, especially when you pull away from a narcissist. That is their atypical modus operandi, is to attack your weakness of mental illness. So when I see a narcissist, especially a covert narcissist, do that to me, I chuckle because of my experience and knowledge, study, research, and living it my entire life since birth. Um, it's always, it makes me laugh, and I'll laugh at them and point usually, uh, and, and a belly laugh at that, because it's like your textbook doing exactly what I thought you would do, which is easy to play someone like that. They think that they're so superior to you, but they are subservient to you, to be honest with you. They lack self confidence, self esteem, and they're really a tormented soul. Um, and so when I started doing information about Mark, I'm going to put his little picture up here. I think he's a nice looking guy, but I'm kind of like, what? You mean to tell me? Okay, let me tell the people that are maybe not up to date on this guy. This is the dude from Soft White Underbelly. His name is Mark Leda. And you've probably seen, if you've, gotten any sort of suggestions from YouTube, you've probably been diverted over to his channel, Soft White Underbelly, where he interviews people on Skid Row in Los Angeles and the surrounding area. I believe he is in Sacramento, Santa Monica. I can't remember. Anyway, he has a new studio now, but for the most part, he's the guy who did the little YouTube documentary, if you will, on the Whitakers in Appalachia, the inbred family. This is this guy. Okay, so we're going to be mixing when we're talking about him and a woman named Lima. Uh, she and he came together, it's my understanding, where he is in daily contact with people that need mental help. And she comes from a political science BA, and she has teamed up with a technology company where they are doing treatments for mental illness. Get this, using virtual reality headsets. Okay. And where I'm, curious about this, let's just take, for instance, here, Her background is not mental health. His background is not mental health. His is actually photography, and a photographer who became curious and empathetic about what was happening in our homeless camps and drug addicted, all kinds of mental illness that's forced people to areas of the US like Skid Row. Okay. And so, what started off to be like a photography project for him, where he was doing a compilation in a book of these people, and he would start to talk to them, interview them, and he started to catalog this, which became Soft White Underbelly YouTube channel. Okay. And he takes donations. I believe that he will disperse them to the people. I don't think that he's given these people addresses out, of course, because they're homeless. So I'm assuming that he might be a go-between, maybe. I don't know. I don't know that part. That is speculative that I just said. Okay, so what my concern is, if you know someone with schizophrenia, they are already on a virtual mind trip that isn't induced by medicine or induced by a virtual reality headset game. So, could you imagine someone with schizophrenia whose mind is already splitting apart for self preservation? That is the reason why you get mental illnesses. It's your body's way of protecting yourself, so you don't go batshit crazy and unalive yourself. So, your mind has these protectionary cautions built in, and sometimes it splits your mind apart, so to speak, maybe in a Sybil type mind, where she was a I believe they call it DID now, multiple personality disorder. Your mind splits into different personalities. It can split into different mood disorders. It can split into different personality disorders. The reason that this is important, that we dissect people like this, label them and dissect them, is because we can't control them in society and have a civilized society where everybody acts right if we don't. And so, studying it, researching it, coming here and talking about it with each other helps us identify it when we see it coming up on us. So then we can protect ourselves against it and say, okay, this person is this, and this is how I need to act accordingly around that person. So you don't get, like, mall shootings, so to speak, right? Let me see. I didn't mean to let the chat go here, but when you get into a flow of talk here, hypnotism and mind programming. Well, do you remember back in the day where they would do electric shock treatments? I believe they still do that on a different type scale. I don't think it's necessarily as barbaric and archaic as it was in the 60s, but it is the same premise of literally burning your memory out where you were traumatized. So that's sort of the theory behind that. In my opinion, this sounds like an acid trip to me. Yeah, exactly. Seriously. Exactly. If you don't have her background is in political science, right? Mm-hmm. Let me get something to drink here. Hold on. Okay. Seriously says Lima has no business creating anything, device or otherwise, anything from. If you don't have a mental health background, to me, this is kind of like experimental, um, mind effery, budgery. Hey, Nitro, good to see you. Rosebud, Ray Jones, good to see you guys. I have blocked a series of people out, which would be the mean girls, and we all know why. I'm not going to bring up the drama of that, but I will address it for Nitro, who asked a question on my channel page. Hopefully you can go back and read through all of my posts. It's pretty self-explanatory. And the last 2 lives I had are pretty self-explanatory. I thought that Sarah would be happier this way. And if she didn't have, or if she did have any questions, she knew my phone number. Still knows my phone number. So there's that. Okay, so if that, we don't know if she actually graduated college or anything. I know, right? So this company called Aurora, I think, Aura, 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 and her name is Lima. I can't pronounce that last name. Jera what? Um, okay, yeah, so I covered that. Not surprised. Hold on 1 second. Let me get my notes here. Okay, so it's virtual reality mental health. And the name of the company is AURA Tech. Her background was in political science. And there was a female that they did this experimental mental health treatment on that did unalive herself. That was from the soft white underbelly project. And there's some information online about okay. Yeah. Um so what was I saying about the virtual reality? Yeah, the Amanda. Ara, Ara, pronounced Ara, Ara. Okay. Are you going to the mall later? It's from Billy Madison. Sorry. The advances Sullivan has been made for me to see. I think it was. Yeah, I'm very interested in the mushrooms for schizophrenia, CPTSD, and anxiety. I'm very interested in that. I am concerned about, if this is anything like dropping acid would be. I think that it could be a way of eliminating a certain group of people from society. What do y'all think? And we can discuss now. Yeah. I'm so glad there's somebody in here that's been following this. So that's what I'm going to start covering. I want to know more about this experimental mental health and just the soft white underbelly project. I think is very interesting. It's supposed to be a low dosage use thing. Okay. Very interesting. Um, let's see right here. Well, it must have been something that really pissed me the fuck off, right? It must have been. Okay, so we're gonna go right back here. I think I got a picture of her here. Maybe. Let's see. Is this one the one where it talks about her? Who owns Soft White Underbelly? Mark Leda is a long-term photographer and creator of the project Soft White Underbelly, making it a prime focus of his career in recent years. Okay, and then let me see if there's information here on her. I uploaded it. Where did I put her? Okay, Lima is the founder of Aura, a digital health startup for mental health care. We are the future of mental health technology. Our mission is to make mental health manageable through accessibility and enhanced treatment options via the Aura system, which is virtual reality, like a headset you put on. Ain't that crazy? Let's see, is this about her too? No, let's see. Thought I had her picture, but I guess you can see her a little bit there. That's her and her husband. Hopefully y'all can see that. Very attractive lady. Hey Black Silk, nice to see you. Nice troll name there. I feel he extorts the see, that's what we're talking about. The controversy around that girl Amanda, um, that did go through her treatment program and unalived. So that's kind of what we're talking about. It's not enough to give visuals for PTSD patients. Don't let me get us off track though. Psilocybin doesn't help my ADHD. Really? Um, that's interesting. Uh-huh. Oh, excuse me. That picture is of Bam Margera. Bam don't care much for Lima after what she did to him. That guy up there is Bam. What did she do to him? Tell me more. They've been treating them with it for years now, and the results have been wow, that's awesome. Very interesting. I had my Bojangles and now I'm sleeping. Let's see here. I'll give y'all some popcorn while we talk. Here's some donuts. I have Bojangles. Here in Winston, this is where Krispy Kreme was born. So I gotta to give y'all some Krispy Kreme. He extorts the Whitaker family. Um, do you think that he's helped them at all though? Like as far as, giving them a voice? Didn't he like go get them clothes and stuff? I thought he like took them to Walmart or something, didn't he? I couldn't explain here, but that surprise witness backlog. Oh man, that reminds me. Oh, I'm so glad you said that about court. Did y'all happen to watch, if you're true crime buffs like me, I love psychology and true crime. Did you see that the West boys' adoptive parents only got 15 to life for both? Very disappointing in the state of California. The Army encourages raising herd animals for extreme PTSD patients. Now, they were talking about, have we gone overboard with what animals we choose to be our support animal? And I can tell you, one of my kids had a pet pig. It's on a farm now. Bam was a pro skater in his late teens and early 20s, but he is part of oh, no kidding. I do know that name. Okay. He has helped them but made so much money from them. Yeah, I do too. I'm just glad that they've, been able to reap some reward from it. I'm from the area of North Carolina, and so I understand how rural where they are from in the holler there. Uh, you can feel really isolated when you're living out in the country in rural USA here in Appalachia, and I'm hoping that maybe they at least feel like they've got um a voice, I guess is what I keep trying to come back to. Bam has split from the Jackass crew. I think he has extreme CTE. Interesting. Horses are amazing for mental health. Hey, good to see you. Yeah, one of my kids had a pig. He had a show on MTV. Oh, okay. I love MTV. Bam Margera. Okay. Yeah, we have 2 cats. It's almost like my cat went and got him another cat and brought it home. And its parents, you've probably heard me talk about, were our neighbors. And one day our cat brought this cat home and I was like, okay. They were always hanging out at the dumpster. So yeah, why not? He has split from them, yes, but they're paying him a hefty settlement for basically kicking him out of the ladder. Wow. Now, as far as that television show goes, in my opinion, that is the original shock jock of YouTube, which happened about the same time, 9/11, and the execution of Daniel. Daniel, what was his name? Mm, what was his name? Daniel Pearl, and it was splattered all over YouTube and Twitter. And ever since then, I believe it happened in Pakistan, the guy, Daniel Pearl, where he was executed, decapitated, and then it was streamed. Um, in my opinion, that is when Shock Jock YouTube happened. That's when it spawned. And these drama communities are trying to be more outrageous every day because they're running out of material and they are trying to hold an audience attention with shock jock garbage, just like that show Jackass. Yep, lazy riders. He had a pit bull do that. Just showed up with a white cat one day. We live in the sticks. Either someone dropped it off or it was wild. I had a pit. There's some of those are so sweet. Yeah, I was Bam's conservator. He was forced into rehab in Florida and ended up in the Florida Shuffle for very sad. In the 70s, I believe it was the 70s, when the institutions that were state ran all shut down for ill treatment of their patients. And they were, a lot of fraud, a lot of embezzlement as far as the insurance companies go. Is sort of pushed this group of society out into the public mainstream, which don't fit in mainstream. They're socially awkward. They, need mental health constantly and consistently, maybe even help with managing budgets and help find resources for food, for clothing, resources like, job placement and things like that. And so there needs to be some sort of liaison between the two where we're not forcing them back into an institution that smells like urine 24/7. And they stay medicated looking out a window for the rest of their life. That kind of seems inhumane. When a family member came to me, I was in my 20s and I had a high power position and was very busy. I got a phone call on my job and said, "What do you think we should do about mom? She's living on the streets. She was paranoid schizophrenic, even though she had a home. She was being combative with people at the shelter where she was living. And the question arose, do you think that we need to have her involuntarily committed, or should we just leave her be? Well, the free spirit in me said, leave her be. Because when you're that crazy, you know, there's probably a reason why, right? You have probably been tormented, tortured, traumatized, abused. And so, why would you punish them and put them in a facility that smells like urine and you never get to go outside and you're just looking out a window and waiting for your time to pass on? So, my thoughts were leave her well enough alone. This is a free world. This is supposed to be the USA. But in society, we do have to tame the wild, right? Don't we? We have to contain the wild that refuse to conform to societal norms. What do y'all think of that? Okay, sorry. I've heard all about Bam. I feel so bad for him. Too seriously. Hey, he was never told no. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, definitely. That's sort of what spawns the narcissist, isn't it? They were never told no. So they do a spoiled brat, tantrum, which is not acceptable in any form. Um, you know, get help, grow the hell up, take responsibility, accountability, and act right, be normal. I have a little brother I lost also seriously overdosed. Because listen, if I got to take my meds, you do too, right? If I have to, be good, so do you. Sort of like an expectation to live among us in society. We used to be taught this stuff in school. I have a little brother I lost also seriously overdosed after getting out of the penitentiary. He was same age as our dad. That was done off Halloween. Wow, I'm very sorry about that. Did you say it happened Halloween night? Oh, yes. I understand that completely. Where's my notes again? Let's see here. What else was I gonna talk about this whole thing here? I'm gonna keep deep diving, and I'm glad that I see that there is an interest in it. Um, let's see here. Let's see. 1983. Wow, I'm very sorry about that. That's hard. That's very hard. Now here's y'all some hot chocolate I'll pass around. Here you go, everybody. Here's y'all some hot chocolate. You want some hot chocolate? Oh, I'm so sorry. Very sorry. My daughter was pew-pewed. Yep, absolutely. I guess I could change my banner now that we're in here, right? Mm. I'm so glad I'm talking about what the hell I want to talk about, not what some bozo has told me to talk about. That hot chocolate looks good with the marshmallows. It does, doesn't it? It's that time of year. It's that time of year. Here, I'll give y'all some of this too, just because of what we're talking about. Just because we're talking about mushrooms and right. Okay, let's see here. What else was I going to show you? That's for the next show. Mark. Okay, I had just left rabbits. I'm going to dox my old best friend. I don't think anyone will mind. She passed away several years ago of breast cancer. Love her very much, and I miss her tremendously every day. And she reminds me a lot of Rabbit. She was just really good, down to earth. She was like a sister to me, really was. And we, fought like sisters. Borrowed clothes from each other like sisters. Um, you know, went dancing, shagging, and just good old time water skiing on the lake, cooking out, good wholesome fun, going to the club after we would get off work because we worked at the same company for a while. And I don't know, when I hear Rabbit talk, her accent and everything is just reminds me so much of her. And it's comforting, when you get used to a creator and comfortable with the creator for whatever reasons. um and for me, she's like a life coach to me. I pick with her about that a lot, but I really kind of mean it. She gives you just good, down to earth advice that you can walk away with and use in your daily life, not garbage in your ear that you walk away feeling confused and bad and you have diarrhea from it after you leave their chat. So I just want to shout out to White Rabbit and tell her thank you for her grace and accepting my apology when I was talking shit about stuff I had, no real knowledge of. I was just assuming based off people in my ear. So thank you for your grace and hospitality at your channel this morning and yesterday. I really appreciate you. So I just wanted to give that shout out and pretty much this right here. I know it's an old adage, Shakespeare, been around a while, but it's so true, especially here in YouTube. Um, it is virtual reality. It's not real. But sometimes it involves real feelings, real people's emotions, fragile egos, but always to thine own self be true. Um, no matter what, be true to yourself. This is sort of how I felt last night when I went into Constance's, and I just wanted to also thank her for her grace, hospitality, and say, I really appreciate you sticking to your guns. And people are listening to you, even when they are mocking you during the day. When you come on at night, we're listening. Believe it or not, people are listening. So I really appreciate you being out there and caring enough about me that you kept going. And even when I threw, the "you're crazy" word around because the stand had called me that, I guess I was sort of projecting them saying it to me back onto you. which wasn't fair, and I apologize for that. I don't think you're crazy. I think that you just have a lot of passion and you're trying to save some people, and you saved me. So maybe we'll save Sarah next, right? Maybe she'll see the light soon. Surely. She has to understand that it must have been something for me to have done what I've done, right? It must be something for Gypsy to have broken up with Sarah, right? So there's that. And then I saw this and I thought this was funny as hell. So I thought I'd clip it and put it up here because I thought it was funny. Isn't that funny? Y'all remember him when he was a wrestler? I do. It's Andre the Giant. I thought it was funny as hell. So I clipped it. There you go. Here's my porch for when we're talking about just whatever. Today was a little I guess serious. So uh I wanted to get what I wanted said out with no interruptions, without someone playing with rocks, without ocean waves crashing in my ear. I wanted to say it and get things um, conveyed. What's that? Okay, thanks. Get things conveyed the way that I wanted them to be. So I am like being real selective with who I allow in my chat. If you've read the descriptions of my next two lives, which was this one and the next one coming up, I'm not allowing any bullshit. If you are a Nicolina supporter, please leave. I am not. I will never be. That's my prerogative. No one pays the bills for this internet service and all the equipment and time and sweat that I've put into it. So I get to be picky. I don't condone things that they do. So I walked away out of respect. Kindly leave if you are a supporter of hers. I'm not into that. Yep. Sometimes you got to get up right close to evil. You know what I'm saying? You just got to see it for yourself. No matter how many times, how many hours, how loud or how many people. Sometimes you have to experience something for yourself to believe it's that foul. And I believe it. I'm sold. You sold me. Check this, Gypsy. I'm old enough. I remember people smoking every. I remember our dentist smoking a cigar when he was in our mouth. That's so funny. You remember that. Me too, man. It is seriously my best friend and daughter are what carried me and my wife when my brother died. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was soon too. 6/18/18. That's so soon. I'm very sorry about that, Ray. Mhm. Yeah. Pretty much get out. You have to put boundaries around weirdos. Yep. No time for the weirdos. But I'm not the only one who remember. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, just a minute. Let me put this over here. Okay. Did I have anything else I wanna today? Let's see here. Okay, this did not happen. That's a lie, a bold-faced lie, but I'm not surprised because if you go do any research, like on my channel, I've been posting a lot of information about covert narcissists and what you can expect them to do next. This, this is what they do next. Yeah. We did.
Any circumstances owe your co-workers anything. I'm making this video message because in the workplace, a lot of people sometimes will get comfortable with their co-workers and they will truly believe that they have real, pure relationships and connections with people in the workplace. But I want you guys to start being a little bit more selfish in the sense of not easily trusting and becoming comfortable with the people that you work with. When you are at work, why are you at work? You are at work to do whatever your job title is, get your paycheck, and go home. That is why you work on a day-to-day basis. I don't care how high your level of work is or how low it is. But unfortunately, in the workplace, there are people who feel like you are obligated to share your personal life with them. They feel that you are obligated to tell them things about you and what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. You will also come across people.
Just some good advice. And so that there's no confusion for the weirdos, when we sign up for AdSense and we come here and entertain you and you pay us, that's a job. Yeah, we sure have. That's very sad. It was a way to weaken our defense, and it worked. It was all to weaken our defense. Just think if we were to be attacked today, who would be on the front line? Look at that age group of people and line them up in your head mentally. What do they look like? Do y'all still watch Up Church? I saw him yesterday and today, and he is just so funny, man. I love Up Church. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Mm. That was you that turned 43 or someone else? Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. You have a 21-year-old son. Very nice. Very nice. And I'm loving this fall. We got our doors open and it's so nice. Okay, good. Yes, happy birthday. You're young and I'm 10 years older than you. I'm 53. I only got about another 20 left, so I'm gonna make it count. I ain't wasting it on weirdos. Know what I mean? I ain't got time. I only got 20 more damn Christmases, people. I gotta go. Right? I'm glad that I have some interest in this soft white underbelly, Markleta. There's just so much about so many layers to this that I'm gonna want to uncover. 53, you look 10 years younger than another creator. Did I? Do I? Thank you. Thank you so much. No. Really, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't smoke cigarettes. I think that ages people. I smoke some weed, but I don't smoke cigarettes. I think that ages people. Lima was Amanda Brown. Yes. Yes. Do you think this might be what Britney Spears is under? It is, isn't it? I made some homemade chunky applesauce, with butter and a little bit of sugar, and oh my gosh. Sometimes you don't need to add a whole lot to something, just a little bit of nature. Yes, absolutely. I believe so too. Those deep and they make you sound. You notice these scruffy voices? Wow. I'm very surprised at these scruffy voices from years of smoking. So I have honey sitting right beside me. I like put honey in my tea, like Mariah. Me and Mariah go back like babies and pacifiers. Oh, did it? I'm sorry. You know what's good for your skin and hair is coconut oil. Coconut oil has replaced so many like skincare for me, hair care. I just use one thing, coconut oil. Plus it smells good. I've got it a little pumpkin added to it, pumpkin oil, and it makes my hair smell so good. So it's a little bit of pumpkin and a little bit of coconut oil in my hair. It smells good. It smells good enough to eat. Yep, 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 yep. Did I go over everything? Mm. If I could go over this too, someone who has always been encouraging, no matter what fodder I use, has been Ernie. So I just wanted to give him a shout out and tell him thank you for always being encouraging for me. And I ain't mad at you. You know, I get caught up in the moment and in the sensationalism of the topic, but I've always appreciated you telling me that I should start my own channel and that I needed a voice and believing in me. And I don't think that you or Jimbo had anything to do with that Ronnie King scenario after a situation that that I've seen, that I've watched. I mean, and as far as Mama T goes, I think that I said what I had to say to her yesterday. I have no ill will toward her. And she's who helped me get on panel for the very first time. You can't forget those people, and I'm not gonna. And no matter how outrageous they try to do things, down deep, I still support these people. I can't help it. They gave me my start. I mean, um, unconditional. And I've said some foul things because I get caught up in the moment. And some things at that time, you think that you're, doing the right thing. And another thing, flip flopping is the stupidest concept I've ever heard. Easy put it perfectly. If you see fire, leave. I saw fire 3 times and I left, and here I sit, and I'm not on fire, but my screen is. Screen is on fire. But you get what I'm saying? I'm just trying to survive. That's it. I'm just trying to survive just like you are, just like everybody else, right? And it'll all work out. To thine self be true. That's the only thing I can just keep beating into people is be true to yourself. And I'll keep the rest of those comments for next time. She is what she is, you know? And she's never changed. And when I say all you have to do is turn on your red light, I mean, turn on your own sign, open. You don't have to put a lot of effort into your channel to draw people to you. That's a compliment, Mama T. That's a compliment. I have to go through a lot of work and have a lot of equipment and invest a lot of time in my channel, and you don't. I would hope that you would have taken that as a compliment. That wasn't a dig. It was actually a dig at the people that complained about supporting you. Why did you pour so much money into her channel for you to turn around and say, "How dare you?" So I think that we have all read about narcissism. I think that we have all watched videos on covert narcissism. We've been through seminars. We've watched it. We've even experienced it firsthand with family members and relationships and coworkers. So they don't really get away with behaving that way in society anymore. It's so easy to pick out that even children know when they're being gaslit. Even children are saying, "That's a toxic person. I'm leaving. That's a toxic relationship. I'm leaving." And you dump them because they don't change. What I read and saw this morning about 4 a.m. when I got derogatory comments from sock accounts on my um, videos and posts from yesterday because they're too passive aggressive to come out and be who they really are. Um, it talked about how narcissists are treated by God, and it says they do not go to heaven because they are so egocentric. They never humble themselves and ask God to forgive them for their evil ways. So they're literally damned, not just doomed, but damned, like they were cursed. They are carrying a curse, and there is absolutely nothing you can do to fix them. They're literally unfixable. And that's why you walk away and you have no contact with them whatsoever, no matter what. And that's what I had to say about that today. Isn't that fire pretty? Chilling on a dirt road, laid back, listen to George Jones. Smoke rolling out the window, a cold beer sitting in the console. I love that song. Yep. I'm reading y'all's comments here. Yep. Sarah will just have to find out on her own. just like I did. I can't, I'm not her mommy, you know. So all she had to do was call me. So easy. Phone call, text. That's it. So so easy. It is a good song. I love him, man. I like him too. He's all right. He's pretty. Yeah, I like Jason Aldean. You like Upchurch? I think he is so funny. He had me cracked up this morning about this woman's gizzard neck. He was just talking about her gizzard neck and how he was going to use it if they were ever on a sailboat and the sail were to get lost or damaged. He was going to use her gizzard neck for. And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's such a. Oh, he's so funny. I'm so glad he came back. He's a hoot. Hoot, hoot, hoot. I'm talking about Ryan Upchurch, by the way. If you're not subbed up to Ryan, he's awesome. He's just so freaking funny, man. Anyway, well, on that note, I'm going to go in here and do my laundry. I'm going to be the laundry queen today and help my husband fold the laundry. Isn't that fun? Maybe make a pot of chicken stew because it is that time of year, or chicken pot pie. Chicken pot pie, and I don't care. Chicken pot pie, and I don't care. Right? And Leslie, I never did shit to you real life. You making that shit up. We all know y'all how to make receipts and fake texts and shit. Don't be going doing no wild stuff. Y'all have a good day. I love y'all.
Bye-bye. Thanks now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thanks now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Life is harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you'll just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like a movie, my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you.